Okay, we're on the east side of the house. A tree shouldn't be within 20 feet of a residential foundation. 25 feet actually, especially a slab foundation. So we have that. We got one gable vent, soffit vent, excuse me, one soffit vent, and then we got gable vents up here, and then passive vents on the roof. So we got mixed ventilation systems. Our siding is, look at you, where'd you go? Our siding is separating in certain places. If it's siding, it's hiding, okay? People didn't wake up. Usually people don't wake up. Sometimes they have envy because your neighbor got siding. You know, the salesman came along at the right time, but the reason the salesman came along at the right time is he saw what the condition of the exterior of the house was. Okay, they said, wow, you don't have to scrape that, you don't have to replace that wood, you just put this siding on, it's a lifetime. And I guess it is lifetime. It looks like some weed whackers have gotten in here and tore the siding up a little bit. Siding separating. So you got wood damage back there. That's why they put the siding on here. Exactly why they put the siding on here. We're missing a screen. Our glazing strips are starting to give it up. Had a discussion. I'm missing his window screen. Did I say that already? Yes, missing 2 window screens. Had a discussion with my client. He was here earlier, and I said these were single pane aluminum frame windows and not current energy codes. But that's not the truth. I was speaking before I was actually inspecting, and these are double pane aluminum frame windows. Again, trees are touching the side of the house, coming along, high soil, debris, all this debris, all this is conducive. Vertical trim is loose, you can see the siding in there. Can water get in there? You bet it can. I know it can. Coming all along. Where do termites live? In the ground? Or they eat dead wood? What's wood mulch? It's dead wood on the ground next to your house. I said, oh, they won't eat that. They will eat that. About 3 or 4 times a year. I just come in here. I can't do it all, but I do a couple of Hail Marys. I mean, I do that just about every time, excuse me, but about 3 or 4 times a year, I'll do this, and I'll find some termites. I certainly will. I'll come in here and I'll just dig around a little bit. But I didn't. Not this time. Not yet. Coming along here, they did not install drip edge flashing along this fascia board. And then they ran the materials crossways. I'm assuming to save materials. They're running short. They're running short, and they said, oh my goodness, we bid this job. It's also interesting to note that this siding doesn't match that siding. So we'll just go get some siding. Something happened. There's a story here. There's a story here. This siding doesn't match. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. This house could talk. I'm trying to listen to it. Siding's loose over here. Siding gaps. Got a big old impact mark there. Somebody hit it with a baseball or softball or a hailstone. Something happened. These planter boxes, they should be excavated and lined with mastic sealer. And then weep holes should be installed down here so to allow any pressure from the water coming in. See that? At one time it had mastic sealer on it, but it's all peeling off. It's all peeling off. It should have been instead of just painting the edge, it should have been redone. And that's siding. We should have a little more of a weep screed over here. It's not good to have the siding that close to the wall. Homeownership 101, all roofs leak, all walls leak. We design them to shed water faster than they accept it because we want to keep the inside dry. And coming along here, you see that right there? That's a drill hole. That's a drill hole. That's a drill hole. There's only one reason for drill holes like that. Okay, only one, and that's to treat for subterranean termites. So most people don't wake up one day and say, honey, you want to get a couple $1,000 subterranean termite treatment on the house this Saturday? I was just wondering what we're going to do. Oh man, you can always come up with the best ideas. No, it's usually a reaction. It's usually a reaction. So it'd be reasonable to assume that this house has experienced a wood destroying insect, a termite, subterranean termite infestation at some time in the past. And we know that the house has been treated for it. We do not know who treated it. We do not know when it was treated. And then we do not know what the product was that they used to treat it with. But we do know that this house has experienced treatment from subterranean termites, for subterranean termites. This post, okay, it should have a stand under it to elevate it so that water doesn't wick up into it. So it's all crimped and ugly right around there. It's because water's been wicking up into it. This post as well. These should be, and they sure should be. And then we've got electric cable, exposed N&M cable to this light fixture right here. And we got some more electric cable over here by this yellow jacket nest. You want to talk to me, honey? Just in there. Hey, babies. Okay. They eat mosquitoes. They eat and nectar. But they eat a lot of bugs you don't like. The problem is that they sting you. So they might be beneficial, and as long as you leave them alone, they're not going to harm you. But you probably don't want one on the front porch. I don't know. I don't want one on my front porch. The bushes touching the house, this is conducive to wood destroying insects. Now this siding has a nice weep underneath it. It can drain and drain and drain. You see that? It can drain. That siding over there drain? No, it can't drain. How about this one over here? Well, you know, it's kind of tight. It's kind of tight. That's high soil. That's high soil. Let's get on around the corner here, because I'm a backer-upper. I don't mind seeing things twice. Is there any drainage here? No, there's no drainage. The dirt comes right up to it. Grading is level here. Grading is level here. It's supposed to slope away from the house. So we come around here. We don't have proper drainage for the walls. We don't have proper drainage for the walls. We have level grading and drainage. And then over here we've got negative grading and drainage. Water will actually come in here and collect in here. You have yourself a nice little ice rink. It's called a dead man curve or whatever, so you don't accidentally hit the house. That's a good thing. That's some more exposed N&M cable. We already talked about the bushes. It gets exciting over here. It does. What kind of a grounding rod is that? What kind of grounding rod is There's not much grounding in this house, and this siding is just falling off. I mean, it's just falling off the wall. I was proud with my client when I was first up here. I said, look at this, see the way this hangs? They didn't install it too tight. They did here. They installed it too tight here. They didn't install it too tight, so it can expand and contract. This stuff has been expanding and contracting all right. Boy, howdy. I should wait before I talk sometimes. Probably be a better idea. But no, here I go. I'm going to talk some more. Okay, we got over here, siding over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. Look at all this loose siding. More siding than I can count. More siding than I can count. This is a clothes dryer vent. This is the gate. You gonna come open for me? Not the best gate, by the way. Not the best fence. Fences are beyond the scope of this inspection. You think that fence is cattywampus? I do. It's all messed up. Alright. Coming on along. Looks like we have a little window for the dog. Coming along, more glazing strips. More glazing strips, see that? All the glazing strips are pretty much messed up. See these paving stones that are not dimensionally uniform. Coming on along, we got a little bit of erosion over here. See that hole in there? What's that about? Can anybody, inquiring minds want to know? Can somebody explain this? And we got a little bit of high soil right here. This is called spalling. And we've got a manufactured deck. Excuse me. A manufactured patio cover. So it doesn't really take lag bolts to the structure because you have these posts on the back side. It's all self-supporting. And you know what? It's a pretty decent job. Pretty decent job. Because it's metal. It's got its own. It's been performing. I can say that the ceiling fan's a little bit out of balance. Got a little bit of a gap over there. I wonder if that's going to leak. I guess I could have done that a little better. Okay. Exposed NM cable coming on along. Looks like we had some repair here at one time. That's putty, I can feel that. Coming on along. Loose siding, missing 2 more screens. That's 4 screens we're missing so far. That's where the gas enters the house. 5 screens so far. Loose siding, loose siding, loose siding. There we go, that's what we got.